The melody of our beginning, of you and I. The song name is actually pronounced primo. It is the first song of the story mode and the beginning of our journey. In the movie, we see Croy and Noah's meeting. The corners are darkened to indicate that this is a memory. A brooch is unlocked, a small piano is depicted with the words engraved. The sounds you made changed my world. The time we spend together, woven by song, singing together. We see the everyday life of Noah. Stuck in bed, she composes melodies. When played, they create worlds. Brief places to travel to and explore. Croy is always by her side. A quill pen brooch reads. The woven melody is a precious memory of the two. And thus the cat wanders through this saturated world. Noah and Croy are shown as older. Time has passed. Suddenly Noah disappears. Croy searches desperately. Unable to find Noah, he sheds a tear and gets ready to depart on a journey. The world is saturated. Is that how it is without his friend? A tear brooch reads, having parted with their single, beloved world. The place where all memories return. Croy arrives at a big set of stairs in front of a big clock face. He's wearing the hat Noah drew on a sheet in her bedroom. The clock was also depicted in one of her melodies. A miniature garden brooch reads, "Are you here? In my memories?" The melody carries nostalgia and gently resonates. Noah is on top of the clock, playing the piano and singing. Her song resonates through the space. In the distance, Croy hears the song. Noah's scene is seen without the border, while Croy has the border, indicating that Croy's scene is back in time. The melody conductor's brooch reads, "Notes of Nostalgia." Guided by the sound of synchronized memories. Multiple doors appear in front of Croy, each with a world for Noah's melodies. When something is lost, we often return to our memory. Is this Croy reliving his to find Noah? A lost traveler's brooch reads, "Beckoned while wandering, opening thousands of doors." A signal carrying feelings soar through the sky. In this and in multiple upcoming chapters, Croy relives his memory of the world he and Noah visited. Here, Croy builds a big organ out of discarded junk together with a robot. Croy does not have his hat here. Is this an early memory from before the stairs? An abandoned tin brooch reads, the belief that it will reach someone someday. The overlapping melodies sadly fade away. Croy comes across a pianist. One night he meets a girl with a violin. They play together and bond, but something happens to the girl. We see her violin left behind and the pianist crying. Did she reject him? In response, the pianist put down his note sheet as well. A violinist's brooch reads, the time that was too soon to be called love. In search of radiance, she and her dark partner races through the night. Croy comes across a masked cat burglar. She gives him her calling card and greeting and tells him the ultimate score, the gemstone necklace. Shortly after, we see that the heist was a success as the necklace is around the burglar's neck. Croy looks pleased at his accomplishment. The gemstone brooch reads, she always lived seeking freedom. Who did they meet in the secret base? Croy comes across a robot cat factory. Getting stuck on a conveyor belt, he gets saved by a big claw. Turns out that Bisco, May and Tora from Beat Street are hiding here, secretly creating more cats. Using parts of the beat stream, a new song was created. A triangle-shaped brooch reads, how delightfully lively and bustling this world is. Looking up at the light ahead on the spiral path, we finally return to present day. Croy spots Noah at the top of the stairs. She's standing next to a door, the final door. Does it also lead to a world? Is this where Noah disappeared to? Why was Croy not brought to this one like all the ones before? All previous doors had memories attached to them, but this one is different. This one is unknown. A rough transistory gem brooch reads, the flickering radiance reflects the depth of the beholder. I kept walking, searching for a tree with yellow fruits. This memory is older, most likely from before Crow met Noah. He befriends a jaguar and goes searching for a lemon tree. A lemon brooch reads, at Earth's end, I finally found my treasure. riding on waves of light, seeking fragments of the starry sky. Croy meets a sailor, sailing the night sky. Together they cross the star-filled ocean. Croy reaches out for a star and causes it to fall. He catches the shooting star with his tail and uses it to guide the ship. A shooting star brooch reads, "O tiny light, illuminate the path ahead." The melody plunges into deep darkness. We see Noah playing air piano with Croy. Suddenly everything turns black. The piano falls apart. Flowers start wilting. Noah sheds a tear, and a dark mist oozes from her. The song unlocked is called Noah's Song of Collapse. A melody conductor's brooch reads, "The Shadow of Nostalgia." Come watch the wonderful cat and clown juggling show! We see a failed clown getting booed at a performance. Croy stumbles in and plays with one of the balls. They become friends and put on a great performance. On the stairs, we see a dark figure appear and climb up the stairs from below. We don't know if it just appeared or if this is when Croy first noticed it. A clown brooch reads, "When I close my eyes, I still hear those applause." The dreams the girl painted, past and future. We see children playing outside together, all but one. A girl is sitting by herself drawing on the ground. Croy walks over to her and sits down. The massive artwork contains segments of his past. The shooting star, the lemon tree, the big organ of junk. In the center there is the stairs and the final door. I believe this is the true first meeting between Noah and Croy. On the stairs the shadow figure approaches fast, way faster than Croy can climb. A tide stone brooch reads, "The traveler observe the present and reflect on the past." Reach for that moment you've been longing for. The shadow is about to catch up with Croy. He looks up and sees Noah reaching for him. Just a few more steps. This is the final stretch. A brooch of memory and imagination reads, "Reaching out to shorten time that seem infinite." The deep darkness makes the dream impossible and engulfs the little one. Rushing up the stairs, Croy leaps for Noah. But in the final second, the shadow catches him. In an instant, he is ensnared. Croy drops his hat and it explodes out of existence. Later on, Croy wakes up in a dark abyss. If this place keep all Noah's memories, what would it mean for Croy to disappear? A brooch of faint hope reads, enveloped in profound but fleeting darkness. The melody that resonates in our heart is a beacon for those who have awakened. Croy see all the memories he and Noah shared one by one blink out of existence. Is this Noah forgetting them? Will this happen to Croy as well? Has it already happened? One single memory remains, one that shines brighter than any other, valued higher than any other. Noah, playing her piano together with Croy. A brooch of traces reads, looking back at the long path, walking towards the light. A pure heart radiates a strong sound. I'm not going to put a lot of text on the screen from here on out. I feel like that would be a disservice to the story. We see a shadow catch up with Noah and it becomes apparent that it is herself. The orange Noah is the Noah that was, and the blue Noah is the Noah that is. The Noah that is has finally caught up to her, and she can no longer escape it. In another scene we see Croy waking up. He sees the Noah that was standing there watching him, and in his elation he leaps towards her. But he passes right through her as if she wasn't there. The Noah that was cries over the fact that what once was can never be again. Her eyes reflect reality. Croy sitting silently in front of the Noah that is. A brooch of fleeting hearts reads, a confrontation of conflicting emotions. longing for that encounter. The clock face ticks. We see young Noah crying in bed over the terrible news that she had been given. That moment separated the reality, the Noah that is, with the rejection of that reality, the Noah that was. From now on, I will call the Noah that is blue, the Noah that was orange, for clarity. We see the cat from the playground come to Noah to comfort her. Maybe she heard her crying. Orange watches Blue play piano with Croy, the now classic scene that both Noah and Croy share as their most cherished memory. But Orange predicts the future. She sees Blue passing away and Croy being left alone, mourning his friend. To prolong their time together, she begins constructing a place where time stands still. She fills it with the memories they share so that their memories can live on forever. Knowing that it would all unravel when Blue inevitably caught up with her, she designed an endless staircase and started walking up it. Croy, curious where Noah went, finds the hat she drew for him and begins walking up the stairs. A brooch of innocence read, "The beginning was a tiny tear in a distant memory." The moment when your wish came true. Back in present day, Orange watches as Croy sits silently in front of Blue. Blue reaches down to lift Croy and hold him tightly in her embrace. We see that Blue is fading, a sign of her waning health. Croy notices Orange and walks over to her, sniffs her a bit and sits by her. All the memories they share together comes rushing back and he acknowledges who she is and accepts her. She shed a tear and fade away. As she accepts reality for what it was and that her time has come, she smiles a final smile as she reminisces of their time together. Now only Croy and Noah remains. A brooch of beautiful memories read. A touching melody weaves time as it fulfills its purpose. And thus the cat bid farewell to this place, to a world of memories. With the orange gone, Noah and Croy reminisce one final time over all the memories. One by one they acknowledge them, cherish them, then let them go. The memory of the past, the memory of the climb, the memory of the confrontation between orange and blue, and finally the resolution, where orange accepted reality. With all memories acknowledged, it was finally time to move on. Blue abolished the clock, and time starts moving again. Shortly thereafter, they both fade away. The end. A brooch of bonds reads, I hope that one day this story too will be someone's nostalgic memory. And that is the ending of Nostalgia. I wanted to create this video because I've seen a lot of people set this story aside, or brush it aside rather, because it's just another music game and it's too convoluted to follow the story. And I can understand that if you cannot read Japanese or if the sessions are very disjointed. So I created this compilation mainly to be able to show that it is possible to create a meaningful story in a music game. And I think a part of why I hold Nostalgia in such a high regard when it comes to a rhythm game is the focus on stories. There are 2 more stories to be told in the series. The one in Opus 2 and the one in Opus 3. If there is interest, I might look into making videos of those stories as well. Maybe more edited than this one will be, who knows. But I wanted it to be out there. I wanted this story to be told. I thank Wok and Konami so much for sharing this story with me. It is something I am looking back at, so Wok, your wish became true. It is something I look back at nostalgically. So thank you so much, and thank you for the time I got to spend with Noah and Croy.